Happy Birthday Friday.
Also, happy birthday to Donald Duck!
Yay! In universe.
Yes.
Not his real birthday.
Yes, I'll explain that in a moment. Also, it's a little early, but St. Patrick's Day is on Tuesday, so I figured, hey, why not wear my St. Patrick's Day best for this video?
Mine's also St. Patrick's Day. It's not.
And today is Friday the 13th. As we alluded to in last week's video, we will be doing a video on Friday the 13th.
Oh, that'd be great. When are we going to do that?
We're doing it now. This is it.
Oh, no. I'm not ready. I should have worn my Camp Crystal Lake shirt.
Okay.
What are we doing? Are we doing the tier list first, or are we doing the thing first?
We'll just show them the
okay.
pictures. So, as evidence for Donald Duck's birthday, we have this image that says, a present for you, Donald Duck's birthday, Friday the 13th of March. So there you go. And the other one here from Saludos Amigos, I believe. Felicitations to Donald Duck on his birthday, Friday 13, from his friends in Latin America. So there you go. Like, there's several instances in the Disney canon that make mention of this being his birthday. However, for some reason, official sources like to say it's a different date. You can pull that up. There we go. So yeah, according to the short, Donald's happy birthday, Donald Duck's birthday is March 13th. This seems further confirmed in the Three Caballeros. So it wasn't Saludos Amigos, it's Three Caballeros. That's right, he got birthday presents from each of them. That was the segments. As it states, his birthday is on Friday the 13th. March 13, 1942, which occurred during the film's production, was a Friday. Nonetheless, these have been disregarded. His official birthday is set at June 9th, with the release date of The Wise Little Hen, the short in which Donald first appeared. So, I get what they're going for, but I don't know. The fact that you put in the cartoon that, hey, March 13th is Donald's birthday, I kind of have to go with that's his birthday. It makes the most sense to me. Plus, bad luck. Donald Duck is known for being, always in bad luck. So, I feel it's the most fitting. But anyhow, happy birthday to Donald. But we also have a tier list to do.
Because we're sad and we're counting our tears.
We've got the 13 movies that have been made about Friday the 13th.
Oh my gosh. There's only been 13 movies in the history of movies about this day?
As far as I know.
I don't know if that's accurate.
Well, if anybody watching this knows about another movie about Friday the 13th, please let us know. We'd be glad to hear it. But for now, we've got these 13 movies to rank here.
All right.
So starting with the first one, Friday the 13th.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Definitely high up there on the list. I'm guessing it's either going to be a D tier or an F tier, because that's
what?
So it's on screen right now, D tier and F tier.
It goes up to S tier.
But gosh, I would rank it pretty high. I guess I would say, using the movies themselves as the scale, I would say that this would have to be at least an A tier. As far as the production value wasn't that high, but compared to the later movies. But I mean, it's the origin story. You can't have the other movies without this movie.
Correct.
All right. Let's see, Friday the 13th.
But do we want to say anything about what's about?
There's
I'm
a
sure
killer
people
and
watching
a camp,
know,
and then people die. Okay, fine. It is about a bunch of campers at Camp Crystal Lake. They're dying, and then they're like, "Hey, you."
Want to get in frame a little more?
Yeah, I'm already trying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Like every time you.
No, don't worry about it. I want you to get closer.
I wasn't worrying about it. anyhow.
Okay.
Um,
There you go.
yeah, it's just you every time you lean forward. So Friday the 13th Part 2. Oh no! See now it's gone. It's lost.
Oh Find
But
it.
look, the first movie, a bunch of campers die. You find out it's because the campers were fooling around with each other when they should have been watching the kids. And Jason drowns, and as turns out, the whole movie his mother. The big twist is it's his mother trying to get revenge for Jason's death, and she gets her head cut off.
And it's funny. The actress who played her actually like didn't really care for the part at all. She took the job because she needed to buy a new car. And only later did she realize how much of an impact this movie had for generations of people. And she's come to accept that how special this movie is.
Indeed.
Next, Friday the 13th, Part 2.
Part 2 is the movie reveals that the jump scare scene at the end of the first movie seems to have been canon somehow, or maybe not, because he was a child in the jump scare scene,
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees. That was a big reveal. Like, they weren't even going to include him in the movie, but they needed a way to end the movie, so they're like, we'll just have him, jump out of the water for some reason. And in the next movie, it opens up with Jason somehow tracking down the woman that killed his mother and waiting around in her apartment, potentially for hours, just waiting for her to open the fridge and see Jason's mom's head sitting there on the shelves. And anyhow, that movie is the first movie where we get to see Jason killing people. And it is, he wears a potato sack over his head with an eye hole cut out. During the movie, and he is much more of a he's just a regular like deformed hillbilly. And the actor talked about having to tape the hole to his eye because it's really a terrible mask.
Mm-hmm.
It looks cool, functionally absolutely terrible. But it was I liked it a lot. I would say it's definitely. I don't know. I don't want to say it's forgettable. It's definitely not one of the worst, but I would put it maybe C tier. This is again based against the other movies, not as movies in general.
Okay. Now we got Friday the 13th Part 3, aka Friday the 13th 3D.
Yeah, I like the way they timed that. I actually have several releases of this. I actually have several releases of this movie, just because I wanted to get the 3D glasses over and over again.
If I knew how to juggle, I'd be juggling right now.
Yeah, they do a lot of the 3D effects were just pointless, tacked on things. They didn't really have. Eventually, they had things to do with the kills, but it was kind of just a really ultimately pointless gimmick that was shoehorned into the movie.
They easily could have had the opening part just be 2D, and then they had a moment to say, "Put on your 3D glasses now."
Yeah.
Like it might have been a little jarring to take you out of the movie to tell you that, but it like would keep it so they don't have to keep introducing these gimmick moments into the story, where characters just randomly points things into the camera or like do things at the camera that take advantage of the 3D. It just looks really silly when you watch it not in 3D. It's like, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
But anyhow, the story is a bunch of teenagers go back to the camp, and this goofball character named Shelly is a prankster. He's constantly playing pranks on people. He brings a hockey mask with him to I guess, scare his friends with. I'm not quite sure what his thought process is. But yeah, Jason finds that mask and puts it on, and he must really like how it fits. Yeah. As he wears it from then on.
Yeah, they actually like redesigned the mask for every single movie. Some of it's just to reflect damages. Majority of it is to reflect damages that he acquires throughout the movie series. I think the real reason is prop makers just like working with their own props, so
Yeah, I'd say
they
that's probably
remade the
accurate.
mask for every movie after that.
Really, they never used one from a previous setup ever.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, they
Okay.
have never reused a mask. It's always been redesigned.
Between movies. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So how would we rank the third movie?
The third movie, with the cheesy 3D, it is really cool to see the mask for the first time.
Yes.
But I really feel like that's the strongest point of the movie. As far as
there's a couple of really interesting kills, but
oh yeah, always
they all have probably at least one unique standout kill in there. But yeah, what would you rank it?
I would rank it. Oh gosh, it's hard. I don't want to rate everything high. Oh, I would say maybe C tier or D tier. I'm not sure. Probably just D tier, just so D tier doesn't get lonely. I didn't hate it.
All
Don't get
right,
me wrong. None
Friday
of
the
these movies I
13th
hate.
Part 4, the final chapter, which was not the final chapter.
Yes, it was intended to be the finale of the movies, kind of creating this whole story arc that didn't really truly exist.
Yeah. They're making this up as they go.
Yeah. Hands good. But yeah, it was okay. This is the one with actually I really
Corey
did enjoy
Feldman.
it. Yeah, Corey Feldman is introduced.
Very young Corey Feldman.
Yeah, he plays I forgot the character's name. It's such a Tommy Jarvis.
Yeah,
there
you
we
go.
He plays Tommy Jarvis, and he's a reoccurring foil to our villain here. But yeah, it was an interesting movie. I like how he tried to use the psychology of Jason against him. Really helped develop the character of Jason, and basically a light of hope, because like in all these movies, he's just an unstoppable killing machine.
Indeed.
So I would say for me, I really enjoyed it. Ultimately, plus it really felt like part of a greater story. I would say A tier.
So the first and fourth are A tier. All right. Next we have Part 5. Was that A New Beginning? What was it? What was it called?
It's a part. Yes, a new beginning.
Okay.
It's it's the first movie that had a higher production budget.
Really?
Yeah, it was more Hollywood. Like they tried to develop the characters a bit more, make the humans more than just generic teenagers.
Okay.
They tried to give them like their own. They were like larger than life type characters. They were all like a little cartoony. But it made them far more interesting. It's the first movie where you can actually say, "Oh, this kids he's killing, they're kind of entertaining."
Okay.
Even if they are like live action cartoons. Tommy Jarvis returns. There's a 10-year, I believe it's a 10-year time skip. He has been in an asylum for a good number of years because of the events of the previous movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out, after all these killings, pretty typical Jason stuff, at the end you find out Jason was never actually here. And the implication would be that Tommy Jarvis would pick up the mantle. They kind of hinted that in the last movie, and this movie they do it again.
But yeah, so it's a copycat.
Yeah, I feel like I did hear one reviewer say that he hated it the first time, and the second time around he like really truly loved it. Because it didn't it kind of like what they ultimately tried to do. It meant more. I guess. Oh, it's hard. I think I'd have to give it a good rewatch, but honestly, overall, with the fake Jason and Tommy Jarvis maybe becoming Jason again, I would put it in D tier.
Okay.
I might change my mind upon rewatching, but.
So now we have Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives? Is that, am I getting that right?
Yes, this is where Tommy Jarvis, I can't remember if it was this movie or the previous movie that had the cameo with Corey Feldman, where he's remembering himself as a kid,
Ah.
and he's there for like a moment. Um, in this one, he's so traumatized from all the events. He still hasn't become Jason, and he never does. But he is so traumatized still, he decides to dig up Jason just to make sure he's dead.
Gotta make sure.
You
Dig
gotta
him up.
make extra sure because he's just been so haunted. And he stabs him in the chest with a flagpole, I believe it is.
Well, it's at least a metal
Yeah.
pole of some sort.
Big metal pole. He stabs him in the chest, and lightning brings him back to life like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
immediately starts saying, he's more powerful now because he's undead, and it's his fault.
Yep.
It's like, if you left well enough alone, he might have stayed dead, at least for a while more. He probably would have come back to life eventually
Maybe.
anyway.
Who knows?
Yeah, but it's just the stupidest thing he could have done. The guy that played Horseshack and Welcome Back Kotter is his friend in the movie that dies right away. I like the movie overall. It was nice to see Jason come back.
And he's even uglier. He's uglier than ever now.
Yeah, I kind of like the more grounded Jason, where he looked more like just a regular person, or at least a deformed person. Facially. I think. Oh gosh, I try to rate these movies overall, not just by the kills, but I would say. You know what? Honestly, as a kid, I loved it. I'll rate it the way that young me would have rated it. I'd put it at a B tier.
All right.
It was one of the. It's where I had learned that Jason wasn't always undead, because as a kid who was barely able to watch these movies, I didn't know for the longest time.
All right. So now we got Friday the 13th part. What is that? 6? The Dream Child. What is it?
Yeah. It is The New Blood.
The New Blood.
So I don't remember these offhand. The Dream Child. So.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
that was a joke.
Oh man. This
is the one with the psychic girl.
Oh, part 7.
Part 7. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that would track with how many we have left here.
Yeah. So I need the number. That's how I remember them. I don't remember them by the subtitle. Number 7 is the one with the psychic girl. I absolutely hated it the first time through. It is. I shouldn't say absolutely hated it. I do like the concept of Jason fighting someone that is possibly equally as powerful, but in a different way. Also different than the way like superhero movies are, where the hero and the villain both have essentially the same power.
Yeah, that's kind of become an unfortunate thing that's happened in a lot of hero movies.
Yeah,
sure.
even in JoJo.
Yeah.
But I absolutely hated the idea of introducing her. I hated how the house was built on the lake. I hated how she's the one that brings him back. And again, Jason was defeated and was brought back.
So there are 2 things that I like about this movie. One in particular is actually, I guess the previous movie was the thing. Jason was defeated by being trapped with a boulder to the bottom of the lake, and she uses her powers to raise him from the lake. But also, this is the first movie that Kane Hodder plays Jason.
Oh yeah,
He is the most prolific actor to play Jason. He plays him in the next 3 movies after this.
Yeah.
This is his first time in the role.
Yeah, he is the only actor to play Jason in multiple movies. So, I enjoyed that. Retroactively, at the time I had no clue.
Yeah, of course.
Overall, at the time of seeing it, my first time through, I hated it. I absolutely would love to give it another rewatch. Maybe I'd change my mind. But I wasn't super thrilled. Too much of it didn't make sense. I would have rated it a C tier. Or actually D tier because I hated it so much. Listen, I know some people really liked it.
I'll bump it up to C myself.
Okay.
All right, next we have Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yes.
Friday the 13th part
8.
8.
Yes.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
This is the first one that really made me be like, I want to watch a Jason movie. I did. It took forever to finally actually see it after that.
This one leans into the absurdity the most,
Yes,
I'd say.
very heavily.
Of all
It is
movies.
basically a spoof of itself. They really make fun of Jason following someone.
See, he seems to be able to teleport. Well, this
Yeah.
one he does it the most blatantly.
Yeah, I believe it was the previous movie was the first one where he actually has to teleport in order to be where he is. A lot of the other movies you could write it off as them, things not happening in real time or whatever. The previous movie, first one that introduced teleporting. In this one, yeah, they take it to an absurd level where he ends up in front of a guy climbing a pole. He's just standing on the pole somehow. It's just done to be silly. If you like the horror comedy aspect of the movie, I suppose it's pretty good.
So, yeah,
I hated it because it was out of place.
The basic premise is somehow a boat goes happens to come into Crystal Lake and ends up traveling to Manhattan where Jason has hitched a ride, and he ends up in New York City.
Yeah, the boat snags him.
There is a fabulous scene where he's in Times Square.
Yes, it was what. Oh, I should have had the picture of me in Times Square. But yeah, I actually had a Jason mask that I painted up and a Jason outfit, and when I was in Times Square about 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 11 years. I don't know. At this point, it's cool. Anyhow, closer to 12 years ago, I was in Times Square, and I got a picture of me taken where I'm wearing the mask. And it was very close to where all the costume performers like to take pictures with people and charge them money. They apparently were not happy with me just standing there with my mask very close to where they were doing their thing. But
okay, well, who cares?
Yeah, I know, right? I was a pretty cool shot. But
like, if you were doing it to try to move in on their territory and get people to take photos with you for money, then I could say, like, yeah, that's kind of a crappy thing to do. But you're doing your own thing. You're not staying there the whole time. You're just getting your photo. It's like, yeah, leave you alone.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the movie, Jason Takes Manhattan. What do we think?
Overall, overall, I feel like it was fairly weak. He barely spends any actual time in the city because of budgetary constraints.
Yeah.
The ship going through, right off the bat, the ship going through the lake, somehow connecting to the ocean.
Yeah.
It's a tiny camp lake
Yeah.
compared to the size of a ship. I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
And the comedy.
It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, the spoof. And then at the end with the toxic
Knocks his
waste.
block off.
Yeah. The toxic waste scene was just awful because, for one, it's not a real thing that happens in New York City. They don't flush toxic waste.
Yeah, it gives New York a bad rap.
And then also, it mutates them and turns her back into a little child. It made no sense. The movie, I felt, was low-effort dribble that was really harmed by constantly reduced budget. Also because
censorship?
The time frame that it has, it kind of throws the timeline way out of whack even further. So I would put it, I hate to say, you know what? I want it to be an F tier.
Okay.
I think it was the worst Jason movie that I had seen.
All right, Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell.
This was actually the first one I ever saw start to finish. Because,
wow.
Yeah, the older movies, I couldn't really watch the movies as a kid because my parents wouldn't let me. And I opted to watch Freddy Freddy was on TV more often.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember
Funny you
renting
should mention
this.
Freddy.
Yeah. I remember renting this and actually got to watch it with someone, my mom's friends. They could come over. I got to watch it with her daughter. That was a lot of fun. She got to see my terrible taste in movies. But yeah, the whole movie, I guess you could say, I know people don't like it because Jason is just body hopping the whole movie. Well, the majority of it anyway. And you don't really get to see traditional Jason kills. I was just stoked because, again, my first Jason movie that I actually just got to sit and watch. And I'd seen bits and pieces of it in trailers and, maybe it was on television. I didn't hate it. Even today, I've rewatched it more recently than some of these others, yeah. And I still kind of like the movie. It was the first one done by New Line Cinema, So it is frequently not in the Jason box
Yes,
sets.
it is. It is. It is
It's-
owned by a different company.
Yeah,
so,
it is
yes.
in one box set with all the other movies. The rest of them, my copy came in a New Line Cinema box set. But you know what? Overall, Jason goes through, does all this stuff in this small town that kind of sort of reveres him, but also is scared of him. And in the end, he's reborn in his own body, finally, for the final scene of the movie, after being blown up at the beginning. And he finally gets dragged to hell by Freddy's glove, worn by
Yes.
Kane Hodder. And it was like, oh my gosh, Freddy! And I thought that part made it super cool. That saves it from being F tier, but maybe even D. I like it. I want to put it in. Ooh. I'm gonna put it in C tier.
Okay. All right. Next, we have the first one I saw in theaters, Jason X.
Oh, I had only ever seen one of these in theaters. No, two of these. Jason X. I remember renting that when I watched it with my friend in California. His name is actually Jason as well.
Oh wow.
I kept joking. Is this you? Is this you? And he begrudgingly laughed. No, that's not me. But I really enjoyed it.
Same. I really love this one too.
It's another one that kind of pokes fun at
Yes.
itself.
It very much does.
Yeah,
But
and
in a good way.
Yes, I feel like overall it does feel more like a Jason, even with the futuristic setting.
So first of all, the opening of the movie just makes it set up like it's just the typical Jason event where this young girl is alone and being chased by him. But then it turns out it's all a setup. It's the U.S. Army or some more military organization has set up a sting operation for Jason. It's like, what? And yeah, so they capture him, and they got him trapped, and the higher ups are trying to decide what to do with him. Like they know that he's this unkillable murder machine. They're like, oh man, what could we how can we deal with this guy? Some people want to find a way to kill him for good. Some people want to harness his killing power to use on our enemies. But in the meantime, they're planning to freeze him in cryostasis. And as he's being put in the thing, he stabs his machete through the machine, and this girl who happens to be with him gets impaled, and they both are frozen there. Cut to 400 years in the
400
future.
years later.
And these explorers find this location, and they bring them up on their ship, and they're able to save this girl. And they're like, oh man, what's this guy? We don't know anything about what this guy is. He looks pretty dead. Takes off his mask. Oh man, he's pretty ugly. But it turns out the computer's able to revive him. And Jason's on the loose. And lots of brand new ways for Jason to kill with more futuristic stuff. We got some holographic technology, like a holodeck kind of thing. These guys are playing around in, so he gets to go in there, and he doesn't know this isn't real. So there's all kinds of fun stuff they do with that. And there's an android girl who gets to do some fun stuff. She's pretty cool character. So it's a lot of really fun things. And they definitely have a tongue firmly in their cheek the whole time when it comes to a lot of these scenes. Famous bit is like, oh, he just wants his machete back.
Yeah, yes indeed.
But anyhow, this was the last of the main timeline of Friday the 13th stories. In fact, there was no Friday the 13th in hell, just Jason X.
Yes, and I did want to make a few notes there. The character that he stabs at the beginning, name, I believe that was the actress Lexa Doig, part Filipina.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe all.
No idea.
Yeah, she ended up marrying Michael Shanks because she appeared in Stargate. They met through there. But what I thought was really neat is that she was known at the time from the show Andromeda, which is a Gene Roddenberry show.
Really?
Yes.
Gene Roddenberry did Andromeda too?
Mhm.
I had no idea.
And Andromeda 1. No, but there was also an android. In that one, she played like this three-bodied AI that had like, she was both a computer program, a hologram, and an android. Anyhow, the point was she played an android in that, and one of her other fellow crewmates played the android in this movie.
Okay.
So her crewmate got to be the android, and Lexa's character got to be a human.
Okay.
So that was kind of neat.
So they swapped roles, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
they kind of swapped roles. Very different characters altogether, but I thought that was amusing.
That was definitely something I was completely unaware of.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. Also, I gotta say, I love the drill kill where the guy falls in the drill and just spins around. And yeah, he is basically vaporized. Jason's basically vaporized at the end of the movie after becoming Uber Jason.
Is he though?
He is. He's vaporized.
The last shot of the movie shows people nearby a lake, and they're like, "Oh, what's that? We should go investigate it."
Yeah, it was just his mask. Yeah, that was only his mask.
It's like, oh, yeah, he could still be out there. They could make another one.
Yeah, that was on Earth
but they
too. Yeah, they could have made another one. There's novels that continue the story, but they were basically written by someone who apparently did not want to write Jason movies.
Okay.
But shoehorned his name into there. I really enjoyed this one. Seeing Uber Jason, I thought was super cool. I would say, I don't want to say S. I would say A tier.
Okay.
I don't know if, oh gosh, I have a hard time. I like them so much to put one in S tier. I don't know.
Well, the next one is Freddy vs. Jason, the movie before the last one was alluding to, with Jason's mask getting pulled underground by Freddy's glove.
Jason X was made largely because the movie company was getting really impatient, waiting for the crossover to happen. And they're like, when are we actually going to start filming this? He's like, you know what? We're just going to film our own thing in the meantime.
Yeah.
So Jason X happened.
So yeah, from what we saw, they said that they were trying to make sure they had a really good script for this crossover. And so that's why it took so long.
Yeah, like 2 decades too long.
Oh my.
But I enjoyed it.
I also saw this one
thoroughly.
in theaters.
Yes, this was the first one that I got to see in theaters. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes.
I would have enjoyed it even more had it come like a couple decades, even 1 decade sooner, because it by this point both movie franchises, with the exception of Jason X,
technology also was more advanced, and they could do more special effects.
This is true. The special effects look way more polished in this.
I want to say that the restrictions on violence in the movies was also lifted at least by the last movie. Yeah. So they weren't like having to like hide the kills or just show them off screen and be like, oh, there's a body. Oh no.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. The first one that Kane Hodder did not reprise his role.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, they wanted someone taller because they wanted Jason to tower over Freddy. And he did, and it did look pretty cool. It was just great finally getting to see these characters interact. I know a lot of people are unhappy with the ending. What did you expect? It was basically a stalemate. Yeah. They made it so basically Jason won. But Freddy's not dead. He's unkillable, so the ending, I do agree, kind of left something to be desired, but overall I like the characters in the movie, how the storyline progressed. I would probably call this one S tier.
All right.
It is easily one of my favorites.
It's the most rewatchable, and it doesn't feel like you need to like see either character's movies in advance to enjoy this one.
Yeah, I would say you don't, but
it does help, of course.
I think it helps tremendously.
I think this is enjoyed in a vacuum. Like you could watch this as the very first movie,
I think
and it might get you interested in checking out both characters' prior movies.
Yes, I would agree, but I think it does lose a lot if you don't know the previous movie, because you're also kind of like, why is it so important that this scene with the water is happening, or
doesn't the movie explain?
Or why is it so important that we don't dream? Like the movie glosses over it because they expect you to have seen the others. I would say yes, you can watch it on its own, but you really watch at least one from each franchise before this.
All right, next we have the remake, Friday the 13th. From what year did we say it was from?
We didn't.
2009?
Oh yeah, 2009. Yeah, we did look that up before. This was released on Friday the 13th, 2009. I actually went to theaters to see this with my then partner. It was this came out around the same time as the first Wolverine solo movie.
So X-Men Origins will.
Yeah, because when I went to go see that, I had worn my Jason getup, a Jason costume to go see this movie.
Back when you could actually wear costumes.
Yes, it was really like right before they banned wearing masks in theaters.
Yeah, that was Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises, I forget which one. But anyhow,
Yeah.
that aside, I'd never seen this movie until you showed it to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to say that. Yeah, the guy when I was watching the Wolverine movie, he actually recognized. I mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, I was at the Friday the 13th wearing my Jason outfit. He's like, that was you. And it's like he actually saw me. That was kind of neat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But anyhow, the movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's released under Michael Bay's supervision. I don't know exactly how much he played into it. Because there's not really any explosions, which I fully expected.
Yes.
Yeah,
or helicopters? Were there any helicopters?
I don't believe so.
Doves?
It looked really good.
Doves?
It felt like a proper Jason movie. It was neat seeing Jared Padalecki in there.
This is a standalone movie. It's a retelling of the first 3 movies?
Yeah, basically, you could say, your first 3 movies, I would say, is fair. Starts off with the intro bit is pretty much a recap of the events of the first movie, a retelling, I should say. I enjoyed it. It also has a cameo from a character named, or a cameo. The character Trent seems to be the same one that appeared in the Transformers movie that was released in 2007. He's played by the same actor. It's under the same executive producer of Michael Bay. I believe that he's executive. He's some role in this movie.
Okay.
So it was a Michael Bay movie with a guy named Trent, played by the same actor, driving a very similar vehicle.
Okay.
And he is very clearly supposed to be the same character with the way he behaves. And it's nice to see his comeuppance in this movie. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything. I enjoyed the character progression. There was only one kill I did not like.
Oh.
It's where he puts someone in a sleeping bag and puts them over a fire, and they basically suffocate to death.
Oh wow.
And I was like, in most of the movies, Jason does not waste most, if not all of them. His kills are pretty immediate.
Okay.
He might savor the kill or the build up to the kill, but he does not take a long time to kill. He just wants you dead.
He's also usually the force that does the killing, and
yes.
This case it would be the fire that did it instead of Jason himself.
Yeah, and I feel like that really stood out to me as like he doesn't do kills like that. But aside from that, I liked all of it. Pretty much. I thought this was a really great movie. It was a really good reboot. I looked forward to seeing more, and then more never happened.
Yeah.
In fact, this was the last
theatrically released.
Yeah, theatrically released, or any Jason movie, truly anyway. 12th movie, including all the other ones. The first movie where Paramount gets the rights back.
So where are we putting this here?
I would call it, I want to say it's A tier.
Hey, all right. And lastly, because I wanted to do 13, we watched this movie today. His name was Jason.
Yes, I enjoyed
it's a documentary hosted by
Kane Hodder.
What? No.
Was it not Kane Hodder?
That wasn't Kane Hodder.
Oh, no, you're right. It was Paul Savini.
Tom
Savini.
Savini.
I can never get his first name right.
Tom Savini hosted this documentary where basically we get interviews with pretty much everybody who's ever played Jason, a bunch of the people who were in each movie. I love the way they present it, where every time somebody shows... Oh, and the directors as well. But yeah, they show up with them sitting in a chair with usually either a picture from the movie they're representing or the poster of the movie they're representing. And then a caption will say their name, what movie they were a part of, and their character name if they were the actor in the movie. Really, and they also had a few celebrity guests, including James Roday from Psych.
Yes.
He's
and
there.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Really?
Yeah, he played a sheriff or a police officer in that.
I guess that must have been before Psych then.
No, I think it
feel
was
like I
during.
saw
I
that
think it was
movie.
like in the middle.
Huh, that's weird. Anyhow, so yeah, this one was very very different. It's like I said, it's a documentary, so it's not a story line. Jason is not like a presence in there. It's mostly film. When it's not being filmed with showing somebody in a chair. It's them basically touring a one of these walkthrough experiences. What do they
Yeah.
call this? Like a haunted house kind of thing, where they've got different setups of various kills that are representative of the movies. And this scream queen actress goes through, and when she finds the body, she does her scream bit and runs off, and then the host Tom Savini comes out and starts doing his monologue about the particular, chapter he's going to talk about. And they kind of go over each of the movies. And this movie came out. It was released the same day as the last movie, the remake, Friday the 13th. So at the very end of the documentary, they actually have the director and some of the cast members talking about that movie. With unlike the previous ones where they were very specific and direct and were like showing clips and pictures, this one they were very like talking around it, mentioning a few things, but they didn't want to give anything away because they want you to go see the new movie. I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool marketing thing to do about it. But yeah, this one, what do we think of it? Was this?
I
was this
really
good?
enjoyed it. Definitely. I mean, it's hard to rate it against the other
Yeah.
movies because it's not really designed to do that. But I would guess the only thing I really disliked about it is that it only goes up through to the most recent movie, and then for the same reasons you said, I understand because the other movie was just hitting theaters on the same day. They couldn't spoil it, but still it feels incomplete to me. So I would say A tier, not S tier.
Really? Not? Oh, okay.
I guess you could. I mean, as far as it's very informative. I don't know.
Okay,
I liked it a
all
lot.
right.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Also had James Rolfe in it.
He was an extra. They had an extra in the DVD.
Well, he was there. They played a clip of it while in the regular portion.
Oh, they
of the
did.
movie.
Okay, so I guess I missed it.
They,
Anyway,
they just played a really clip.
that must be why.
Clip.
But yeah, so yeah, basically James Rolfe, really big nerd in the horror movie space. He made a video of the NES game of Friday the 13th, where Jason Voorhees is threatening him to play the game and talk good about it, or else you'll kill him. And so throughout the whole episode, he's constantly using like subtle reverse psychology. What's the word I'm looking for here? He's talking about it in a way that gives away that he doesn't like it, but saying things like he likes it.
Yeah, it's cute.
I can't remember.
Anyhow, that's all right.
But yeah,
this is not an angry video game.
It was really fun, and it was the first instance in which he kind of builds more of a story around his reviews.
Okay. All right.
But anyhow, hey, you're allowed to talk about Andromeda for a good bit there. I can talk about Angry Video Game. But anyhow, thanks for watching this, you guys. Like you said, if you know any other movies that are about Friday the 13th that we didn't list here, let us know. There was also what was that? In a Violent Nature? I think it was a similar kind of movie about a masked killer who comes up and starts killing people.
Oh, is that the one that's from the killer's point of view?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, even though it's not really a Jason movie.
Yeah, it's heavily inspired by it.
It's very
I could easily could have put that one in here.
Yeah.
What would you rank that one?
Oh my gosh. To these, I would probably say it was probably B tier.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well. There's a lot of slow points, and there's a lot of wait, what's happening here? There's no real explanation for things. We just find out kind of that his burial place was disturbed, and a precious item to him was taken. So that's what causes him to rise up and start killing. but the kills in it are some really inventive kills. And I believe this movie didn't have much of a budget, but they did a great job with what they had. But yeah, if you can like speed up the movie in certain parts, it'd probably be a lot better.
Yeah, there is a lot of time where
Waiting for things to happen. I mean, I get it. Like, there were definitely older movies where that was the expected norm, but as somebody in modern times, I find it really tedious to try to get through these really slow burn moments where, like we mentioned, Jason teleporting. Like, they kind of did the reverse, where we see him walking slowly towards his victims in real time. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Not sure. We might try to do the Disney stuff for next week. But if not, we'll see you the next Fursuit Friday that we see you. So until then, bye-bye. Happy Fursuit Friday!
Happy Fursuit Friday!